Hey there guys, this is Kannabones here. And here is episode 1 of Let's Play Dark Days Ahead. Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Yeah, I know. It's been a long time since I placed out episode 0, but hey, I have nothing to say to that. I was being lazy. My apologies. How about we just get on into it? Oh, before I start this, I'm going to openly say how I'm going to record this. I'm going to record a single life session, and I'm going to post it as that full entire live session. If I can't, I'll try to split it up as well as I can, but no promises. So let's start. New game. Custom character. If these are all your stats, if you don't know anything about this, go back to episode 0. I explained all of it. I think I'll boost strength up to... no. First and foremost, boost intelligence. Intelligence is so useful in this game. It is... just being able to read things faster is awesome. And I'll just put the rest into strength and dexterity. You know, just to keep myself balanced. Traits. First, let's start with this. Let's see. A good negative trait to have. Never take things like flimsy unless you're really, really bad at that. Forgetful? You have trouble? Your skills will erode slightly faster than normal. Note that it doesn't say how much is slightly. Well, obviously I'm not just gonna start using a leveling up a trait and just stop out of nowhere for a long time. I will try to go, so I guess forgetful would be useful. Glass jaw. Glass jaw means your head can't take much abuse, and your HP for your head is 20% lower. Wear a helmet, people. Really? Hates veggies? No. Heavy sleeper. Now this is somewhat decent since, well, as long as you're in a decent a decently forted place to go to sleep, you don't really have to worry much about loud noises. Now, I don't really like drinking alcohol and doing drugs, so I don't really mind using lightweight. Poor hearing is also a decent one, since, well, yeah. And I'll be ugly. Hey, I don't play with NPCs, so... wait a sec. And I'll be truth teller. Because, well, I don't play with NPCs, so I don't really care about if I don't have anyone to tell the truth to, so whatever. You don't know how awesome that would be to get. But let's see what else we have here. This was awesome. I'm getting it. Being able to curb off things like the disease and flu is something awesome to have. Note that because I picked lightweight, I can't pick up Drunken Master. I don't know how that works, but whatever. I'm going to pick up Fast Reader because it would be awesome to read really fast and get that stuff done with as fast as possible. Fleet-footed so I can run away from zombies, and God forbid I will be running away. This is awesome and conspicuous. While sleeping and staying still, you have less likely to monsters or will run close to you. That is awesome to have if you're just like, I don't want to die. Sleep. Oh, Pack Mule. Pack Mule is awesome for this game. It allows you to carry 40% more stuff. It is awesome. And I think that's it. I know. Kind of stupid. Now, when it comes to profession, there's always one that I choose just to get laughs. Where is it? Where is it? One minute. Give me a second. Where are you? I know you're here. There you are. Apparently I'm blind. Shower victim. You were in the middle of a nice shower when the cataclysm struck. You fled without so much of as a towel. Yes. You start completely naked. Nothing. Just not even clothes on your back. You start with a pocket knife, though, which I think you're just carrying around in your hand. I think. Either way, it is kind of funny when you look at it like that. Next is skills. I'm going to start with a single point in survival, a point in dodging, and a point in tailoring. Yep, I'm going to make my own clothes. Nah. I can get that up easily enough. Melee. Actually, first aid would be useful. Fabrication. Being able to make stuff is awesome. Here's all my traits, boosted stats and everything. My name is going to be Kannabones, and I'm going to be save the template of this so I can choose it whenever I want. Shower help! You know what? Just help will do nicely. And there we go. Kannabones, male, has a perception of 8, has all these traits and skills. You ready, folks? I'm not ready, but let's do it anyway. Are you sure you're finished? Yes. Here it is, where it's building our world. And here we are! Now, as you see, over on the right next to the, right underneath the map you see on the top right, is the words head, torso, left arm, left leg, and right leg. Those are the health of each part of our body. If we lose all the health in either our head or our torso, we die immediately. Now, if we lose our health in one of our arms and legs, that's gone. It's gone. We're not getting it back. Underneath it is the word power. This is how much power we have inside our body, you know, like electrical power. This is for bionics. Right next to it is where we are. And right where we are is an evac shelter. This is where essentially everyone went when, well, anyone that was smart went when the zombie apocalypse came on. Right next to it is the weather. Right now it's clear. And next to that is the temperature. It's 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Underneath power, you'll see the word fists. This is, well, what you're using as a weapon. Underneath it is the word style. Is the word no style. And that essentially shows martial arts, martial abilities. If you had NPCs, there's a very rare chance you would be able to run into a martial artist who could teach you a style. And right next to it is the word comfortable, which means how you feel at that time. Now across from that, you'll see the word sound. That's how much sound you're making. Right next to that is the date and the time of day. It's the first day of spring, and it's very early in the morning. And right next to it is safe, representing that we're safe and we're not really going to be hurt. Right next to it is focus. I'm not entirely sure what that's for, but underneath that is one's stats. Strength, dexterity, intelligence, perception, and your speed. That's how fast you run. Now, right there, right to the left of your stats is a little facey thing. You know, 2 dots, single line. That shows, well, your mood. If you're really happy, it'll start turning into a smiley face. If you're unhappy, it'll turn into a frowny face. If you get really, really unhappy, your character will commit suicide. Well, time to start. I always start as soon as I enter, as soon as I am in here, I always start closing all the windows. That way, should I ever want to run in here, zombies that might be following me can't see me. And I have a small chance of hiding. Yes, that is awesome to have. That was the map saving. Ignore that. Now, in every evac shelter, there is always going to be a downstairs. Now, in the dark, you'll notice that I'm only able to see so far ahead of me. If I had a positive trait known as night vision, I'd be able to see 2 tiles away from me instead of just 1. But right now I'm going to hug this wall and see if I find something. A glass jar of pickled herring. This is food, and if I remember correctly, that doesn't spoil. A long sleeve shirt, get that? And automatically I wielded it. Yes, this game's not very smart when it comes to what you pick up, but it's useful. There's a t-shirt, there's wool gloves. Now if I had a wool allergy, this would be, well, bad to put on. But right now I don't have a wool allergy. Oh gods. Yes, put on the shorts. Yes, I'm no longer dangling in the breeze. Note that I'm just carrying around my... Let's go into our inventory. Now notice I'm wearing the shorts. I'm wielding a long sleeve shirt. Let's get in that and wear it. Let's also wear those wool gloves, cause why not? Let's pick up the glass jar of pickled herring. Essentially, if you have the room, pick up everything that you think of is of use. Even if you don't think it might be useful, later on it might be useful. Now usually when I go into this place, I usually immediately go and use these. Now pressing E into a certain direction could allow you to examine it. For example, this is empty. I'm going to drop my glass jar of pickled herring into this locker. This is going to be my food locker from now on. Remember this, people. I usually place it like this. Food, medicine, parts, and miscellanea. Essentially miscellaneous stuff. Now, to be sure, let's see what our map is. Okay, I'm off from the world. I'm far away from the city, so I don't have to worry about a majority of zombies. And right here, the apartment tower. This apartment tower is probably going to be the first place that I go to after I get some minor necessities like a basic weapon. Because the apartment tower has zombies in it, yes, but it also has supplies and clothing. That is something that you need in a zombie apocalypse. So first, let's go outside and see what we can find. Right now, we're looking for a rock. And lo and behold, a rock. Let's pick this son of a gun up and go back in. Let's wield the rock and start smashing. If you want to know about the different buttons and what they do, there's a wiki, people. I don't need to tell you anything. But first, let's go on top of this pile. Well, there's two things you can make here. You can either make something called a 2x sword. That's construction. Which is essentially... Well, I thought you could make one. This is essentially your crafting menu. This is how you're going to create everything that you need to survive. The one that I was showing was construction. This is how you build your own vehicles and your own home. For example, if you were going to make your own house after you built a lot of stuff, you know, after a while, just built your own stuff, your own home, your own place, I would suggest not thinking about this until, well, until you have a decent, I would start, first and foremost, making a nail bat. But right now, we don't have the necessary nails, so let's stop here and make a nail board. We made the nail board. Let's drop that rock. We no longer need it for now. And let's wield our nail board. This t-shirt, I don't really need it right now, so I'm going to drop it into my miscellaneous locker. But first and foremost, before I go anywhere, let's add a note here and call it home base. This is essentially where I'm going to go whenever I want to store stuff. This is essentially where my home's going to be until I find a much better home. Okay, folks, let's get going. Time to go to that apartment building. Yeah, this is going to be a bit strange playing this. And, yeah, I could just see myself just whistling. I could just see my character just whistling, walking down the road with no shoes on. Yeah, it's a little something that I'm a little skeptical about. I'm running around with no shoes. So as such, he must have really painful feet. Pain-filled feet. And what's that? A truck alternator. That is obviously a truck part. If I ever get around to making a truck or a car, that might be useful, but right now it is not. If I were to pick that up, yeah, notice that right there are some things right next to the northwest, right? That's what I can see right now. Right now I can see a squirrel, a deer, and a groundhog. These are the animals I can see. If there were zombies nearby, I'd be able to see them too. That's something you gotta keep an eye on. Let's see how far I am from the tower. Not that far, actually. I made quite a big headway just talking to you guys. But yeah, Dark Days Ahead is a hard game. It gets a little easier and a little harder if you have NPCs, but I'm not lenient towards them. Yeah, stupid NPCs are stupid. They tend to die really fast. Yeah. Oh crap. First thing you see is a Shrieker zombie. Yeah, Shrieker zombie is mostly a feminine looking creature. It's a zombie that attracts other zombies by shrieking. Right now I also see fat zombies. And there's the Shrieker zombie as we speak. cave its head in. Now the first thing you gotta do after you kill a zombie is butcher it. If you can't butcher it, then the best way... then it'd be best that you just run away from it, as zombies that you do kill can and will get back up. Yeah, I'm just sitting. I'm gonna steal these sneakers. Notice right next to sneakers it says fits. Underneath it says guaranteed to make you run faster and jump higher. It says this clothing fits you perfectly. Yeah, that's something about what you wear. If it fits you perfectly, it doesn't make nearly as much. It doesn't weigh nearly as much. It doesn't encumber your limbs nearly as much. Fat zombies are really weak compared to other zombies because, well... well, they're slow. They're not nearly as much of a threat as other zombies would be. And that zombie just practically screwed himself. Now, doing what I just did is something you shouldn't do normally. Because you see those broken, jagged pieces of glass right next to the broken window? Yeah, those can cut you and do you damage. Now all you have to do is bring up your construction window and click Clean Broken Window. It is suggested that you clean it out after you use it. That way, should you ever have to run through that again, and if you're in a zombie infested area, you more than likely will have to run through there again. Now these, well, these are morale books, I like to call them. They're essentially books that you read. They don't really help at all. But, yeah. Now here is a skill book. Dance, Dance, Dance. It boosts your dodge skill. Now, by pressing down the B button, you have the ability to, well, go through all that you see. Now that is something that I'm interested in. A tattered backpack. Backpacks are useful. If you put them on, which I will, it gives you the ability to carry more stuff. A pot is also very useful. Always pick up a pot if you have one. Tin pot of canned chicken. Rubber gloves, well, might need it later, who knows. And a rag. Rags can be used for things like tailoring. Very useful. A light jacket or a raincoat. I'll take both. A raincoat makes it to where you don't get wet in the rain, which is, well, very annoying. No. That is a water supply. Yes, you can drink out of toilets. I'm not a dog. I'm not going to drink out of a toilet. These are useful. What I'm looking for right now... There you go. Now let's take a look what we got here. A pot, boxer shorts. Yes, I'm going to wear the boxer shorts. Yes, I just put on another man's boxer shorts. Now what is this? It's a type of undergarment, so I'm going to drop it. I'm going to wear the pants, as well as the light jacket. Why not? A thin cotton jacket with a hood, good for brisk weather. This piece of clothing has pockets to warm your hands. This piece of clothing has a hood to keep your head warm. I'll wear it. Now, notice that my clothing is, well, unsorted. That's actually something that you have to get into. Your clothing, well, your clothing is something that is put in that order. For example, give me a second, I can't remember these controls worth a damn. I'm sorry. Give me a second to, so I need to look for the controls to see how to, relayer armor and clothing is the plus button. My apologies, people. Had to know this. Now, as you see, innermost to outermost. From all this, I'm essentially wearing all this above my shorts. Right now, I'm wearing pants, boxer shorts, above a pair of shorts. This is not good. First and foremost, drop those shorts. I take them off and drop them to the ground. Now, let's relayer these. For one, first thing and foremost, put the boxer shorts at innermost. Then pants. Usually put your sneakers on after that. But let's place them right under the pants, seeing as the pants still go over them technically. Next, we'll move the light jacket to where it is just over our long sleeve shirt, and our backpack is the last thing we have on. There you go. We have everything sorted perfectly. And we can now go through Now the first and foremost thing that we need is food and water. But I think first and foremost, yeah, we should make something that's sharp. Okay, amendment. We have to go and try to make something that's sharp. First, let's go through here. I know this is probably the stupidest thing to do, but let's break through this window. Ignore. Yes, stop doing that. After you kill something, quickly get into a doorway or any closed area. Thread and a trench coat are awesome. Awesome finds. Stay in the doorway. This is probably the best way not to die. Right now I have the zombies at a choke point. Notice I'm killing all these zombies so easily. That's because I had them at a choke point, meaning that they wouldn't be able to get to me. Always pick up thread or other things. That is something useful. It ups my throwing skill. Under the hood, helps with cars. Glass jar, awesome. Jars of pickled vegetables, plastic paper wrapper of marshmallows, salt, and some canned chicken. We got plenty of food now. Well, not plenty, but we have more food than we had before. Ooh, this boosts our handgun skill. I tend to ignore morale books unless I'm having really shitty morale. Socks. And cargo pants. Cargo pants are better than normal pants. Have you ever seen a pair of cargo pants, you know, with all those deeper pockets? Those pockets make it to where it's easier to, well, carry things. You don't know how useful that is to be able to carry something like that. These cargo pants and this trench coat just boosted our ability to, well, wear things much easier. But first and foremost, let's take off those pants. And let's take off that light jacket. We no longer need them, but I'll keep them until we no longer, but I'll keep them for now. Now let's go take a look through what these guys had. Bubble wrap is awesome. Place it right in front of a doorway or a window that you don't know if people can get through, and they will step on it and pop them, making it to where you make noise and you can wake up. A wrench is used for, well, usually car making things. Dayquil helps you with a sleep or something like that. A lighter obviously helps you burn stuff. A wood saw is an awesome find. It essentially helps you find, well, helps you saw wood. Hockey stick, better weapon than our nail board, I think. Hiking boots, awesome. Note that I wasn't lying when I said they can get up. It takes a while, but they can get up. if you do not butcher their corpses. The only reason I'm not yet is because, well, I have nothing to butcher them with. I need a sharp implement. Dayquil. First aid kits, these are awesome to get. You need these. Oxidizing powder. Don't really need them, so I'll leave them here. And sewing kits. The sewing kit and the root beer are both awesome finds. The root beer, well, makes you less thirsty. And the sewing kit helps you sew your aspirin. Aspirin is painkillers. Painkillers are awesome. As I was saying before, sewing kit is awesome because notice that it said that most of those didn't fit. Most of the clothing that we wore didn't fit. Well, they fit, but they didn't fit. As in, they didn't adhere to our body more easily to where they didn't weigh as much. When something adheres to your body, it doesn't weigh nearly as much as it did if it would if it... Now these are awesome finds. Plastic bottles are useful. You do not know how useful plastic bottles are. They essentially help you find assortment of all sorts of things. Now notice I'm picking up this gallon jug of vinegar. It's really heavy. Now, those sewing kits, I only need one. Saw and load one. And drop it to the ground. Now let's see what we don't need here. First, we don't need the glass shiv. Might need the glass jars. Don't need the pants. Don't need the light jacket. Don't need the seasoned salt. And that was all that we didn't need. Don't worry, folks. I will be taking more. Well, I will be taking a better look at what I have in my what I have stored back. But for right now, yeah. I'm essentially going through every single every single area so I can find food, and drink. Both are necessary for survival. It is in fact the most necessary thing you'll ever get. Duct tape is also necessary. Duct tape is awesome, you need it. If anyone says that duct tape is not useful, I'll grab these because they fit. Now let's start by taking stuff off. Let's start by taking off those sneakers. We don't need them anymore. We have hiking boots. Let's also place on those socks. And let's rearrange them. First and foremost, socks right next to boxer shorts. Cargo pants right above socks and socks and shorts. And right below that, the boxer shorts and socks, I put on my boots. Might as well place them in the order I actually put them on. Then, my long sleeve shirt. Then my wool gloves. And finally my trench coat. And I'll toss on a backpack on top of that. What's in here? Well, it's a transistor. This is awesome. It is essentially a book that can up my electronics skill. And in this game, electronics is useful. Not necessary, not completely necessary for survival, but it is useful. Teapot. Yes, I would like to make tea later. Gallon jug of ammonia. No. Peanut butter and... I just realized I have to drop a couple of things. A couple of things I don't really need. For example, this gallon jug of vinegar, unload it. Yes, pour it on the ground. That was taking up too much space. Well, it wasn't the fact that it was taking up space, it was the fact that it was taking up weight. By pouring it out, I got rid of the majority of the weight that it had under it. Right now, painfully enough, I don't need this teapot. I'm going to eat this apple. Also going to eat these blackberries. Eat this pear. Notice it says full right next to my name. That shows that, well, I'm full. Now I just need to get myself something to drink. First, let's get rid of the aluminum can. And let's drink off our lemonade. No, I will not use it if I won't be able to finish it. Because wasting food is probably the worst thing you can do here. Note that this is something that you always have to do. If you have a shit ton of enemies, corner them into a single area. If you don't corner them, they can all collectively gather around you and murder you. That is something you do not want, children. Ooh, a refillable lighter is awesome. This is awesome as well. It essentially boosts my piercing skills. Popular mechanics boost my mechanic skill. Top Gear magazine boosts my driving skills. Trap and field boosts my shotgun skills. Submachine gun skills. An aluminum can of beer. Glass bottle of tequila. Glass bottle of Riesling. I will take the tequila because alcohol can be used to make bandages. And as you probably know, bandages are useful. What I'm really looking for in all these bodies is a cutting weapon. Oh my god, he has a submachine gun on him. And a circular saw. Oh yeah, I'm definitely coming back here. Go through these again. As expected, no cutting implement like a knife. What I need is a knife. A knife will allow me to essentially cut my enemies apart. This boosts my cooking skill, which will be useful. No, I will not drop my nail board for it though. Yes. Items. Hockey stick. And wield it. No, I'm not going to pick up the skirt. A wristwatch would be useful, so it would be a lighter. Oh yeah, I've already been through here. Now I clean this place out. Let's run away and get the hell out of here. That jumping spider can kill. You do not want to deal with a jumping spider. So let's go home and store our goodies. Yeah. You know what? If that thing isn't anything dangerous, I'm just gonna cut off until we get back to the home base. I'll be right back, people. Hey guys, I'm back. And as you notice, I'm right here back at the shelter. All I did was come in, close the door, and run into the middle of the room. First and foremost, let us drop all our crap. all the food goes right into, plus the glass jars, because that has to deal with food. You'll see it later, probably, hopefully. And let's fill that up. As I said before, right next to it, we're going to put our drugs, our first aid kit, our aspirin, our Dayquil, and our vitamins. Right next to that, we're going to put our useful stuff like duct tape, thread, and all of our tools. This includes books, and why the heck not, a gallon jug as well. Wait. Get that gallon jug back. That goes in here, our miscellaneous stuff. As such, I'm going to place in here extra clothing, essentially things we don't need right now. And that's how I usually sort my stuff. Well, this has been a good day for Kannabones. So, yeah, I said I was going to keep it until my character died, but I believe that I believe that Kannabones has had already a long day. It's only a little past 12 for him on the first day. This has been episode 1 of Let's Play Dark Days Ahead. This has been Kannabones, signing off.